Good evening, YouTube. DutyRon checking in this evening on election night, election eve here in United States of America, bringing you another video tonight on evidence collection by a private citizen. So I want to just say a quick hello to everybody and say thank you to each and every one of my channel members, my Patreon supporters, and all the people who moderate on the channel. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you to everybody stopping by, waiting in the chat before the video starts. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Hopefully everything is good. I tried to double check all of my settings. I want to make sure that we don't have an echo, and I'm thinking I'm hearing that right now. I hope I'm wrong about that. Do we have an echo? Are we hearing an echo? Excellent. Thank you, Alexandria. How are we doing with the audio? Do we have an echo going on? If we do, I need to fix it right away. Echo or no echo? I think we're good. No echo. Great. All right. Appreciate that. I got to take this earpiece out because I'm hearing double audio coming through. I'm hearing an echo. I don't know why. All right, cool. I'm going to continue on. So earlier this afternoon, around I think 2 o'clock Eastern time, I went live and we talked about Adventures with a Purpose. Great group of guys, Jared and his partner. These guys are doing God's work, going out on these cases and bringing closure for families. For me, it's unbelievable to watch these guys. I've watched a couple of more videos here tonight. I'm thoroughly impressed with what they're doing and with the folks that the boots are on the ground in Salida, Colorado, looking for Suzanne Morphew. And all of us that are here tonight, we have a vested interest in finding Suzanne Morphew, bringing closure to her children, to her brother Andy, who we've all met through Profiling Evil. Special shout out to Chris McDonough and Mike King from Profiling Evil. Those guys are fantastic. I got nothing but great things to say about them. And you know, everybody and anybody who brings this case to light. It's a Crime with Linda. She's awesome. I believe she's up in Canada. You know, these are YouTubers that are just trying to bring this case to the forefront. And, you know, everybody working together is music to my ears. It's a thing of beauty when you can see outside law enforcement, regular civilians like myself. I'm now out of the law enforcement game, just as Mike and Chris are. And we're civilians just like you guys, but what the advantage that we have is that we know the inner workings of law enforcement, right? We know what it takes to close a case. Mike, Chris, and I have hunted down people who have taken other people's lives. I've actually put handcuffs on people who have murdered another human being, and not too many people can say that they've done that in their lifetime. So the things that we bring to the forefront as retired law enforcement professionals are exactly that. So what I spoke about this afternoon was something very, very straightforward. If you're out doing, let's just say for Adventures with Purpose, we'll use them as an example. If you're recovering a vehicle from the water that contains a body and it is involved in a murder or some type of criminal act, if something criminal led to that happening, you now have been the first initial person who has discovered that evidence, and you give your information and you contact law enforcement like they do. They take your name, and if the case goes to trial, you're going to be called in, you're going to get subpoenaed, whether you live in Washington, D.C. and the case is in Virginia, or if you're a New Yorker and you recover something in Colorado, you're going to be called to come to Colorado to testify. So that being said, this is not any kind of conversation to discourage somebody from doing this. It's just that when that is done, that's what happens. You are now involved in the case. So the question was brought up about dangers of, I think, yeah, it was Jared's wife had said, hey, can't you just handle the cases where it's just a straight out missing or suicide, or, to get closure for families? It's still a very noble and a good thing to do. And he proposed, he put that question forward to the Profiling Evil guys, and he got an answer. Desiree, welcome in, and congratulations on your marriage. Desiree Lucas down in Texas got married recently on the beach. So everybody say congratulations to Desiree. That's my Perry wife right there. Desiree, congratulations. So my straightforward answer in the chat, I'm in the chat just like all of you guys. My answer to that is, it is dangerous to go out and search on cases like in the Suzanne Morphew case. We don't know who is responsible for her demise. We all have our thoughts and opinions on it. We all know in our hearts, like me, my detective's intuition tells me who the prime suspect is. It's a dangerous thing when you are hunting down someone who has been bold enough to take another human being's life. When we would go out and hunt down cop killers, we knew that these were heinous, over-the-top killers and murderers. These are some of the most vile human beings that walk the earth, because not only do they take another human being's life, but they took someone who was in the law enforcement community that is there to uphold law and order and safety. So when we would go after cop killers, we had, the danger zone, the feelers that were out there. It was extreme and imminent danger. These are armed and dangerous people who don't think twice about killing somebody in a uniform. What do you think those same people would do if they came across somebody who is out there as a civilian in the middle of nowhere looking for clues or evidence that could possibly bring them to justice? So it's something to think about. It's an inherent danger that and someone corrected me on it. Listen, I'm an old guy, and I might not use proper English all the time, but you guys get what I'm saying. It's a danger that comes with the territory. I'll put it to you that way. So when you're out there hunting evil, whether it's in the law enforcement capacity or in the private capacity, it's a dangerous proposition. Okay. Also, too, some of these smaller police departments and sheriff's departments, like the Chaffee County sheriffs, they have limited. We come to find out, because I'm not from that area. You guys, most of you aren't from that area. We come to find out that they have a budget problem where they don't have a lot of resources. Okay. So that's been established. They welcome people like Adventures with Purpose, because they have the resources, they have the necessary equipment and the knowledge and skill to go out and do these searches. So a smaller town police department like that. Hello, Jen Pearson. Good to see you. Thank you for making one of my live streams. Thank you to all of the Patreon supporters, my channel members, and everyone who positively interacts in the live stream. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. I want to say a special thank you to my moderators and all the people who watch the chat. Hello, Retired Sergeant Melinda. Great to see you. Miss Q, Dookie 4000, Dawn Marie, Meg Lowe, to mention just a few. You guys are awesome. Joey Faith, Joey Brooklyn. God bless each and every one of you guys for being in here on the live. If you haven't shared it out, please share. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and send it out onto your social media platforms. This is about Suzanne Morphew, but this is also the backstory to the pros and cons to going boots on the ground and getting involved in searches. Black Rose, good to see you. I want to also say quickly, while I'm doing the hellos and acknowledgments, Winky Whispers is a great moderator and friend of the DutyRon channel. She's been around for a long, long time. her mommy, as she puts it, her mom is suffering right now and going through a lot of health problems, cancer to be one of them, and a lot of complications. She's in the hospital, and Winky is going back and forth to the hospital. So I'm going to ask each and every one of you who are friends of the channel, whether you know Winky Whispers or not. Tess is her first name. She's a wonderful woman. Please put some prayer emojis and some hearts in the chat for Tess and her mommy, as she says it, mommy. I think it's adorable. It's so loving. She's taking good care of her mommy. I want to just say from the DutyRon family, I've been in contact with her on the phone day in and day out. A lot of love and strength and positive vibes being sent out to my channel member, my Patreon supporter, my moderator, Winky Whispers. Much love and respect to you. So hearts and prayer emoji. I'm going to say some quick prayers to myself here. I encourage each and every one of you to pray for her mom's full recovery. Her mother means the world to her, just as all of our moms do to all of us. Hi, Karen. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. All right, so let's get back into quickly talking about the Suzanne Morphew case and the blue shirt recovery. I want to dive into that real quick, and I get so many questions, emails, comments, things of that nature from channel members and people who are subscribers here. Hello, Froggy. Good to see you. Black Irish. Good to see you. Matty Boy Sully. Thank you for joining. The blue shirt recovery and the alleged reception from AK going to turn that shirt in to the authorities. Now, I don't disbelieve or believe. I'm right in the middle. I say this. Every story has two sides. There's two sides to the story, and there's something in between. So I will say this. If there was evidence that the CBI or the local sheriffs felt were pertinent and important to the case, they would immediately take that into custody and process it. If it's not been processed, which I don't know if it's been or not been processed, and I don't think any of us know, if it's taken into custody, it would be processed for hair and fibers, for blood, for semen, for, that's serology, all of the above. It would go through the ringer for any type of evidence to link DNA back to Suzanne, if it was possible. So I don't know about the origin of that shirt, nor do you or anybody else here in the chat. We're just going on based what we're the information we're getting, and we have to take it from where it's coming from. If it's not being reported by the police and local authorities, and that's a whole nother issue that we spoke about. There's a lack of information coming out of Chaffee County. So Chaffee County Sheriff's, it's crickets. It's silence, it's crickets, and it could be crickets and silence for some very good reasons. So I'm touching on a lot of different things here. Listen, law enforcement has a method to their madness. We may not agree with their madness and their methods because we are human beings and we want information. We want information because we're curious. That's part of our human makeup, right? Hello, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Calcutta, always a pleasure. So we're curious by nature. It's built into our humanity. But sometimes law enforcement has to keep back information for the good of their investigation. We don't know what they're up to. I have ideas of what they're up to because I've worked missing person cases, and I'm going to bring John Cutter and some specialists onto a live stream shortly. I'm working that out right now so we could speak about some of the inner workings of what goes on in an investigation. Human nature wants answers now. We always want it now. And we want a lot of information. We want a lot of information, and we want it yesterday. We want it right away. And that's okay. I mean, that's okay. But we got to understand that, again, the powers that be that are in charge of the investigation have to have pretty darn good reason why they're not spewing out updates on a regular basis. Now, that could mean one of many different things. It could mean that they're on to a suspect and they want to have this guy sort of, hang himself, so to speak. Probably a lack of a better word. Cops and law enforcement want to see him seal his own deal, him or her. There could be multiple suspects. There could be one or more. We don't know. Nobody knows. So this is where we're at. I mean, Barry Morphew, his lack of communication, his lack of news conferences, his lack of calling out, with the exception of 26 seconds of his own video on Facebook and his little bits and pieces to the media and some video or audio that was shot unbeknownst to him. I don't know. There's so many cases that come out of Colorado. Missy Q says, think about the location, Colorado State. It's huge. It's mountainous. It's, it's not a city environment. There's so much to cover there, and there's so many possibilities of what could have happened to her, So, I got to tell you, Mimi J2, great to see you in the live stream. I'm looking at some of the chat right now. Scout Inquirer is here. Joey Brooklyn, retired Sergeant Melinda. Avalon Apples, thank you for joining. Hey, if you're new, let me know where you're watching, city and state, or your country, and I'd love to give you a shout out and say hello if you're new. If I know you and we know where you've been here before, no need. But if there's anybody new in the chat, just coming in on the first time, let me know where you're watching from, and I'd love to say hello to you. Ink Panther, I like that. That's catchy. Instead of pink, it's Ink Panther. I like it. Hi, Mercedes. Great to see you. Sunny, good to see you. Thanks for joining. All right, so, my point and my point of what I tried to bring out today, Washington, D.C., great to see you. My point of what I brought out today is it is dangerous to get involved in these murder cases or these cases that you don't know. Nice to see you too, Mary. Thank you for joining. Recovering a gun from a body of water could be something as simple as a gun. But if the gun is used in the commission of a murder or in the commission of a crime, i.e. a robbery, a bank robbery, something that, something that is a serious crime, now you're involved. Now you are going to have to go and give testimony if the perpetrators of that crime are brought to justice. So it might not be right now. It could be 6 months from now. It could be 5 years from now. You never know. Welcome in from the New Zealand, Kia Ora. Hello, Louisiana, Susan Treadway. Richard is in Connecticut watching. Richard, great to see you. Thank you for joining. Let me see who else is here. Thank you. Thanks to the moderators. Do you think she is close to the house from Scranton, Pennsylvania? Good to see you from Scranton. I don't know. Lauren, that would be a guess on my behalf. Colorado has so many lakes. Possibly it could be. I mean, I don't like to talk about that. Missy Q. Colorado has so many desolate areas and wild animals. Correct. So just scanning the chat real quick. So I think, we need to understand and support these guys that are going out there that are doing these searches, these private civilians that are going out there and doing these searches and that are driving across the country. You need to support these guys. You need to give them positive encouragement and positive feedback. Financial donations help with equipment and gas. It costs money to drive that RV that Adventures with a Purpose goes around and drives in. It's not cheap to do that. So they're providing a service for the authorities and for the families first and foremost. It's always good to support people like that. I know I will support them in their endeavors. So again, this is in no way, hello from North Carolina, this is in no way a video that is poo-pooing them or putting them down. I'm actually supporting them. But I'm answering some questions from viewers and from them themselves, of questions that they have when it comes to, and this could go out to anybody. This could be just for anyone listening. If you come across something that's evidence in a crime scene, you're now involved, whether you like it or not. There's no saying, well, I'm not going to give you my name, but I just found this axe that was used to murder somebody. It doesn't work that way. You now have to give your name and your phone number and your address, and you're involved. That's how it goes. I've had it happen. I told you a story of a young mother who found a gun in her apartment. This is my patrol story, one of many. She called 911 and said, I found a gun at my home. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you, Paula Sargent. Welcome to the DutyRon Gold. Send me an email or a DM on social media. So, wow, that was a good save. That almost just dropped. Send me a DM on social media. That was a good save, DutyRon. I might be old, but I caught that phone. Send me a DM on social so I can add you to the Facebook members only chat group that we have and my Discord if you want to get in there. So again, the story was a young mother called 911 and said she found a gun in her home, in her son's room. Son was out at school. I responded to the call. We got the detectives over there. The gun was taken into custody, processed, and it was determined that gun was used in a homicide. And her son was arrested and booked on that murder. And she had to testify at her own son's trial that she recovered said firearm from her home. So that's a look into chain of custody. It wasn't the police that testified, hey, I found this gun. No, I received a 911 phone call. I responded to this location, and Mrs. So-and-so said she found this gun under Johnny's bed. And little Johnny took the collar, took the arrest. And she had to testify that she found the murder weapon that her son was charged with. Girl Learning the World says, hey, I'm seeing you live, DutyRon. Holy cannoli. So I see there's a lot of chat going on within the chat. Again, I encourage you guys to send questions. I want to try to build up. I have about 15 questions for the John Cutter live stream. I'm going to have major case homicide detective, lieutenant, worked his way up to chief, NYPD chief. He retired after 20 some odd years of service. I believe 27 years of service, or around 25. Chief John Cutter has his own book, The Squad Room, and I'm going to promote that book with him, and we're going to talk about Suzanne Morphew and the investigation on said missing persons. But I have 15 questions that came in through my website for different, various different questions that people are looking to ask during that live stream. It'll probably be sometime later this week or early next week. So be on the lookout for updates on that live stream. And I'm looking forward to bringing that to you because it's going to be a doozy. It's going to be a good one because this is a guy who has a wealth of experience. He was the commanding officer of the intelligence division, and he was instrumental in operating the FBI NYPD Joint Terrorist Task Force. So he did some really unbelievable work with the NYPD and the Joint Terrorist Task Force after September 11th. So John Cutter is a seasoned veteran with a lot of experience in investigations. He knows everything. He could run circles around me. So he can run circles around me. Joey Face says, "I will shut up." I don't know what that's about, but I'm not really going to even try to entertain that one. So election night in America. I hope each and every one of you have already gone out and voted. Here in New York, the polls are closed. I am not a political fanatic, but I do hope and pray that we come out of this with a good outcome. That's what I'll say about this election. I'm looking forward to a good outcome without getting into specifics. All we want to do is live in peace and have law and order in our country. Right now, that seems to be slipping away. So I'm hoping that there's a good result out of this, and I hope that you guys, whoever your candidate is, I hope that you guys get some peace and positivity from actually going and voting. Just doing the act of going and voting. It's your constitutional right. And I hope each and every one of you got out. Either you early voted or voted by mail or in person. I did it in person this morning at 6 a.m. I got some pictures and some videos that I posted on my Instagram and my Facebook. If you want to go see, Scout Inquirer said I voted. Check. So that's some good stuff. I'm glad to see everybody here. 143 in the live chat. It is great to see each and every one of you. Again, I think I covered it all. I wanted to do this second live stream because what happened in the first one is YouTube was a little tricky today. It wouldn't allow me to go live, right? I kept getting that message on my iPhone. So I took my Android device, actually this one right here. I took my Note 10 and I looked on my YouTube app and it said, scheduled live stream. Would you like to go live? So I clicked to go live from that phone and it went live. Go figure. And then at the 13-minute mark, the app crashed and it just crashed. So excellent. I like that you voted 3 weeks ago. That is awesome. So again, thank you to my moderators, Patreon supporters, channel members, people who subscribe and leave positive comments down below. I love the interaction. Meg Lowe, great to see you. I love the interaction with you guys after the live stream. I'm going to get back to watching the election results. I know that we probably won't get an answer tonight here in America. It'll probably be tomorrow or maybe later than that. But I want to go watch it. But I want to just say, really, again, I appreciate each and every one of you. I don't take any of you guys for granted. I really do love and respect all of you guys being here on the live streams, in my comment section. It's phenomenal. Meg's Daily Dose. There's a great friend of mine from Periscope. Meg, thank you for joining the DutyRon family. Welcome to the Bronze. Thank you for joining. So I have the day off tomorrow. Woohoo! I got some work going on inside my house. So I got some contractors coming here tomorrow, so I'm off for the day tomorrow. I'll try to catch up on some website enhancements and things of that nature. But I just want you guys to know I don't take any of you for granted, and I appreciate you. I appreciate the effort that you put in just by showing up to the lives, by watching the replays, and some of you put hashtag replay in the comment section. I appreciate you. My three rosebuds, thank you for joining. Hello, Wilma. Good to see you, Wilma. I'd like to call everybody out. I know I miss people, but I'm just human. I can't call everybody out. Heck, I get a lot of backlash for even mentioning people in the chat, and I mention people all the time. And I'll never change that about me because a live stream is about interaction. If I was to just sit here and talk into this microphone and into this camera and not talk with you guys, I don't think a lot of you would be sitting here, right? Interaction is what live streaming is. It's called live interaction. If I was doing a pre-recorded video, then we would have no interaction. So, that being said, it's important that you guys understand, if you're in a live stream and you're not getting any interaction, I know me, if I don't get interaction from the people who are doing the live stream, I'm out. I'm out. So this is what I do. And for those of you who, I get very few comments about it, but I do get them. I get them by email. I get them by comment section. Hey, DutyRon, why do you spend 5 minutes saying hello to everybody? Well, my answer to that is because I love the people who support me. I love my memberships. I love my channel members. I love my subscribers. I love the people who send me emails. I love the people who say positive things to me. I love people who give me criticism. Constructive criticism is something that we need to have, because without it, we're not put in check. Val Fitzpatrick, thank you for becoming a channel member. Love and respect. So, Diane, there you go. You know, that being said, you know, I agree, Missy Q. Chris Watts is disgusting. And I won't talk about Chris Watts. My wife sent me a message, I think it was today, that Chris Watts was profiled on, not Dr. Phil, what was it? Dr. Oz. So there was something on Chris Watts on Dr. Oz, but I won't talk about it. I won't talk about it, you know? So, Vala Fitzpatrick, thank you for joining. Thank you for becoming. I love that, this little graphic right here. This is pretty cool. Cool. I can't, where did it go? There it is, right there. I love the graphic. Love to see that. So yeah, man, it is what it is. I don't bow to the masses. I don't say, hey, because someone told me I'm not supposed to say hello to people, I'm not going to not do that, because that's not what I'm about. The U Police sign is courtesy of Matt Sully. The DutyRon Way sign is courtesy of Matt Sully. Thank you, Matt, and your daughters for these two signs. And I have a Jagaloon, I also have a Jagaloon sign, but I don't like to put that in there all the time. So, yeah, I agree, Stace. He is disgusting. So again, I'm going to wrap it up. 32 minutes. I don't want to wear out my welcome with you guys. You guys are fantastic. Keep on being you. Thank you for supporting me, Profiling Evil, It's a Crime with Linda, and all the great crime channels that are out there. Adventures with a Purpose is my new favorite. Again, without you guys, the live streams would be nothing. So whether I have 5 or 500 people, you know, the other night we were talking about Thomas Valva, and we had over 1,400 people watching that live stream. It got pushed out by YouTube. So it doesn't happen often with me, but when it happens, I don't let it get to my head, because I'm comfortable in a couple of hundred of people, because with thousands, it's hard to talk to everybody, you know. Sporting Gusta, you're always late, but better late than never. Better late than never, right? So that is why there is only one DutyRon, says Ink Panther. Awesome. Barking Dogs, I just got here. Well, I will watch the replay. Thank you, Barking Dogs. Thank you. Yeah, Adventures with a Purpose became a favorite today. No, it became a favorite a couple of days ago, probably about 5 days ago, for me. If you're saying it became a favorite for you, awesome. DutyRon, you should run your channel how you see fit. And I do, Gene, I do. The reason I'm actually laying it out like that is because I want to address the people who make the comments so they don't make them again, because I'm answering the question of why I do what I do. So I'm not saying that I would change. Jamie says, by the way, you might be retired, but you're not old. I'm old. I'm as old as dirt. Look at all the gray hairs I got. Yeah, Mimi, there's always a replays. Mimi J2 is a moderator on a couple of channels. I think she's on It's a Crime, Profiling Evil, and then here, just last week, I put her up on the moderation duty, but I already told her, don't feel obligated. So thank you for being a moderator here. She does a great job for at least those couple of channels that I just mentioned. Hello, KDF. Good to see you. Good to see you. Sunny, great to see you. Oh, the shine. I gotta keep the hat on. The shine is very bright. If I missed any super chats, which I don't think I did, thank you for those. Those help all the different me get the different equipment that I have. I have my key light here, which is not positioned right tonight. There's my key light. I got all of the stuff that goes on and behind the scenes. I bought a $700 camera with some of my super chats. So thank you to everyone who supports through super chats. I know that not everybody could do it. I appreciate that. Much love and respect to those of you who do it. I have a new microphone on the way, courtesy of two very good friends who sent Venmo and PayPal. So thank you to those young ladies that did that. Do you answer questions by email? I sure do. I darn sure do, Rachel. I do answer questions by email. I prefer it that way. I'm as young as you, DutyRon, and you get daily pray. Thank you. Thank you. Mama Shan, I'm as young as DutyRon, and you get daily. I pray too. All right, guys. Mike and Chris, they're going to hook up with Adventure Guy. Do you have any idea what they will be doing? I can tell you this. It's going to be police related, and it's going to be cases. So they're going to do some exciting stuff. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already to Profiling Evil and Adventures with a Purpose, and you'll find out. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. You never know. But I can tell you, you're going to get good content from them. That's for sure. All right, guys. God bless the world. God bless the United States of America. God bless all the crime victims and all of the people who are suffering out there. And God bless our new or old president of the United States, whoever that might be after tonight, into tomorrow, or in the next days that follow. And God bless each and every one of you guys in the chat. I greatly appreciate you being in here. Much love and respect from my house to yours. I thank you for being in here on the live stream. Leave some comments. Consider a thumbs up. Share, like, and subscribe. Much love and respect from DutyRon. Thank you, guys. I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.